And now, to compute for the upper sum, we're going to use our formula, which is S sub n is equal to summation of f of m of I, that is the maximum value of f of x from the ith subinterval times delta x, I equal to 1 to n. Yung ating right endpoints is equal to 2I over n. Okay? And the value of m of I is, oops, m of I, which is our right endpoints, is 2I over n. And our delta x is 2 over n. Substitute lang natin to sa ating formula ng upper sum. We have summation of m of f of m of I, so that is 2I over n. F of 2I over n times delta x is 2 over n, from I equal to 1 to n. Now, substitute natin yung 2I over n to our f of x. So we have summation of equals 1 to n, that is 2I over n squared times 2 over n. Okay? Then expand natin. This is 4I squared over n times 2 over n. Okay? So we have 2 times 4 is 8. By the way, this squared. So labas natin yung 8 over n cubed. Summation of I equal to n I squared. So gamit yung formulas ng ating sums of powers of integers, we have 8 over n cubed times n plus 1 times 2n plus 1 over 6. Okay. Cancel yung isa. We have here 3. This is 4. So we have S of n, which is the upper sum. Expand natin to. So we have dito ay 4 over n, 4 thirds over n squared. 4 over 3n squared. Expand natin to. So this is 2n squared plus 2n plus n is 3n plus 1. Again, so we have 8. Expand natin. That is 8 over 3 plus, cancel yung 3. So 4 over n. Okay, plus 4 over 3n squared. Okay. So ito yung ating upper sum. So na-solve natin yung upper sum and lower sum. By the way, yung lower sum pala natin is this one. So S of n, sulat natin 8 thirds minus 4 over n plus 4 over 3n squared. Okay? Halos magkatulad lang yung lower sum at upper sum. Ito yung upper sum. Ito yung ating lower sum. Okay? Now, tingnan natin if we're going to get the limits of this function as n approaches infinity. And we're going to come up with a value na similar yung ating lower and upper sum. Tingnan nga natin. So, determine natin yung limit niya. Limit of this one. As n approaches infinity. Okay? At kunin din natin yung limit nito. As n approaches infinity. So, ibig sabihin yan, yung ating number of rectangles dun sa ating area of the region bounded by the function f of x and between x equals 0 to x equals 2, yung ating n ay napakarami approaching to infinity. So, ano kaya magiging value? Kung natatandaan nyo, yung limits at infinity, limit of 1 over x to the n as x approaches infinity is equal to 0. Okay? At yung n natin is positive real numbers. Okay? And Therefore, so sa makatuwid, gamit yung ating concept ng limits, this will be 0, 0. So, ang magiging sagot na lang natin dito, 8/3. This is also 0 and 0. The value is 8/3. So, ibig sabihin, as n approaches infinity, kahit yung lower sum at saka yung upper sum natin, they have the same value, which is 8/3. And actually, that value of 8/3 is the area of the region bounded by f of x equals x squared and the x-axis between x equals 0 to x equals 2. On my next video, I'm going to explain to you how to determine the area of the region using the limit or the concept of limit. And also using the formulas of the lower and upper sums. Thank you.